Friends, in this video, I want to share with you what you need to do after you become a US citizen, or even if you have not become a US citizen, how you can upgrade your petition when you're sponsoring your spouse. So stay tuned all the way to the end for all the free tips. Friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, and we're here representing clients all across all 50 states and across the world, solving your immigration problem. Now, in this video, as I mentioned earlier, we want to share tips on how you can upgrade your petition because many people call us and say, John, we filed a petition I-130 many months, many years ago, and it's still not approved. We got to inquire. We asked them because the first thought that comes to our mind is, do we need to file a mandamus type of lawsuit against the federal agencies? And knock on wood, okay, we do have great, wonderful success on that. Of course, we cannot guarantee that for your case, but just want to put that out there that there are options. It just depends on the situation. We need to know more facts about your case. But a common problem that people have is that the sponsor is not a US citizen yet. And as you might know, you hear that common theme of like, oh, if you get married to a US citizen, it's going to be no big deal. Yes, by the way, it is a big deal. But first of all, on a societal thing, it's a big decision to get married. Of course, in a US immigration side of things, it's a big deal because it has to be a bona fide, legitimate marriage. Okay, but people use that phrase a lot, or as a solution, because that's an immediate relative classification or category, meaning it's the fast track. It still takes at least average 12 months, of course, depending what area of the United States you're living at. We always want to ask what is the legal status of the sponsor. And in some situations where y'all call in, we come to find out you're a resident. And, the common scenario is maybe you have not had the opportunity to become or apply to become a US citizen because you had just maybe possibly divorced your prior spouse. And so, depending on timing, you may not have been able to become a US citizen after 3 years of resident status, which, by the way, that can include conditional resident status, does not have to be completely only on permanent resident status. So, if that's the case, and then eventually, our team, we time it right for you because you can file earlier than the 3 year mark or the 5 year mark. But you have to time it right because the USCIS, if they do receive your package a little bit too early, before 90 days, that's before the 3 or 5 year mark, they will reject it and return the package and the funds back to you, the check or however you pay. Just want to share that because we really have a system to make it easier for people. The reason is because here, I'm going to show my screen because if you are a resident who has sponsored your spouse, it takes much longer because it's a family preference category. So the petition is one thing, but then you also have to wait for the second step 2 and step 3, and we'll cover that in a little bit for the visa bulletin priority date. But I want to show you here the USCIS case processing time. I've selected the form I-130 petition, and the first service center here is California. There's a couple other ones that handle the I-130 petition. I'm scrolling down here, and for the permanent resident for spouse, it shows 28 and a half to 37 months. So basically 3 years. That is ridiculous. So as that's going on, just that by itself is horrendous. But if you go to down to Nebraska Service Center, you might get lucky, or the Potomac Service Center. I know those two at least for the same category, 4 to 7 months, the petition approved. So that's great. That's actually very wonderful. Okay. But here's the deal, friends. If you're unlucky and you get assigned, your case gets assigned to California Service Center, I want to apologize in advance. But here's the deal. You need to time it right so that you apply to become a US citizen because that always can quote unquote fast track it a little bit more for you. And you don't have to rely on the visa bulletin. So I'm going to share with you the visa bulletin, and you want to check out your prior date, which the prior date you can obtain from your receipt notice, 797C notice, government notice. So I just Google search visa bulletin, and since I use this like every day, or actually I have it bookmarked, I click on the most recent bulletin. So right now, as of this video, is January 2022. You just scroll down. So F2A is the category for spouses, for example, who their sponsor is a resident. You just keep scrolling down. You check out the final action date, F2A. Okay. So spouses and children, fortunately, right now show C. But there are some months where, some months that do not show C, but showing when it shows C, that means current. So that means if your petition is approved and not still processing, but if it's approved, then you can move forward with the next step without regard to your priority date. Okay. But let's just, let's say it wasn't about spouse, but it was about a different category. Let's say F2B, then you have to wait until chart A is not what we look at, but chart B. So let's assume that the F2A up here doesn't say show C, but let's say it's F2A and you can't move forward with the case if it does not show C and you don't have a prior date earlier than October 1st, 2021. If you have a prior date later than this, you still have to wait, assuming that the chart above does not show C. So I want to share that with you because that's why step number one is that you need to get that petition approved sooner than later. And that's why if you're eligible to become a US citizen, you really want to consider doing that. It just would make sense to do that because then you could really reduce the amount of time that your spouse is waiting. I'm just using this family relationship as an example. By the way, friends, we do offer to our YouTube and Instagram followers a free 15 minutes. So if you're new to our channel and didn't know about this, go ahead and click down below. Okay, subscribe down below if you don't mind. And if you enjoy the content, please smash the like button and hit the hearts on Instagram. We greatly appreciate it. Here's a secret code, okay? Because you do need to provide this secret code. It's Green Card Guys down below on your left side of the screen. Provide that when you call in or text us at this phone number, okay? We're also on WhatsApp. We're happy to point you in the right direction, okay? There's no obligation to hire, nothing like that. And if you're not driving and you're safe at home where you live or at work, you have time, click the link down below, greencardguys.com. Answer a couple questions, and our team will try to contact you within the same business day and get you scheduled, okay? Because we really want to solve problems quick, offer solutions, and see how we can help you. All right, friends. So there's a lot more I can discuss about that, but that's just the gist, okay, for you about why you need to apply to become a U.S. citizen sooner than later, because it can help your other family members, of course. All right, friends. Until next time, please continue wearing your mask.